now, back to the show on the 4-Star Sports Media Network.
What's going on, folks? Wes Pruitt, 4-Star Sports Media. Hope everyone is doing well. Appreciate everyone watching and listening as we are live right now on YouTube and over on our Twitter page as well. And we've got I'm getting the banner put in now, but got a new number. Give us a call. Give us a ring. We got a text line going right now. I'm actually typing it in now. But 901-295-9509. Text in now. Text line is open for all of us. We'll have questions throughout the night right here on the Tigers Den, presented to you by 4-Star Sports Media. We've got a jam-packed show, a lot of things to get into, and a lot of information to dissect. When you look at this Memphis program, when you look at this Tigers from a campus, we've talked about it, campus perspective here. We're going to start with Memphis women's soccer as they take on not one, but two Power 4 teams this week as they host Missouri tomorrow night, Thursday, August 28th, 7:30 p.m. And then they travel to Ames, Iowa for a Sunday night evening with the Iowa State Cyclones. Very, very, very interesting matchup as the 4-0 Tigers, 4 straight wins for just the fourth time ever. They capped it with a 1-0 win over the number 11 Vanderbilt Commodores just last week. But question number one of the night, be sure to text in. But question number one, can Memphis continue? Can they be 6-0 by the time we are back on air next week? So that's question number one for the texters text line. Will Memphis be 6-0 after they are done in Ames, Iowa? But Battle of the Tigers, second leg of another doubleheader at South Campus. The men will take on Mercer at 5 p.m. and the women are slated to follow at 7:30. Tigers will be looking for their third consecutive win over Missouri as they defeated the Como Tigers in 2024 and also in 2013. Last year, Kitagawa scored the opening goal in Columbia, and Maddie Eskin put the game away in the 90th minute for a 2-0 road win. The all-time series is tied at 2 games apiece. Missouri's 1-1 right now. They were defeated by number 23 St. Louis last Sunday, 1-0 on the road, as they're coached by Stephanie Golan, who took over in 2021 after 9 successful seasons over at Minnesota. Despite just one win in 3 games, the Tigers of Missouri have outscored their opponents 7-2 thanks to a 5-0 victory over Youngstown State. Missouri State transfer and former first-team All-Missouri Valley Conference member Haley Chambliss leads the team with 3 goals. Game 2 Sunday, Tigers travel to Ames, Iowa to head north for the 6th battle with the Cyclones since 2019 with a flawless 5-0 record. The cumulative score is all-time. It's 15-3 in the favor of Memphis. Last season, the Tigers hosted and led for 84 minutes in a very comfortable 4-2 win over the Cyclones. Iowa State 1-0-2 is unbeaten through 3 games. Most recently, they took on Drake to a home draw that went to a 90-minute equalizer. They also scored a game winner in the 90th and in the 89th minute against Creighton. Matt Fannin is in his 6th year at the helm of the Cyclones. 4 different players have netted a goal each for Iowa State through 3 games. Cassie Castronano has played in all 270 minutes in goal, making 12 saves and allowing 3 goals. Memphis, since 2018, is 13-6-1 all-time against SEC, and they're 8-1 since 2018 against the Big 12. When you look at this Memphis women's soccer team, you're going to have to apply pressure. Both these teams, they did that really, really well the other day against Vanderbilt. What will they be able to do this upcoming week? Wes Pruitt, 4-Star Sports Media. You're sitting down at the Tigers Den right now. What's all Memphis Tigers all the time right here on the 4-Star Sports Media Network. We've got the text line going right now, 901-295-9509. We're going to run this all throughout this sports year. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to see how if we might can incorporate some voice calls into our shows. But question number one, can Memphis women's soccer be 6-0, be unblemished by the end of the weekend? Question two is, can Memphis volleyball start the season on a high note? They've got matches coming up on Friday. We'll have more on this Friday, more Thursday evening, Thursday afternoon. But we talked to Sherry Lindsay. This program is one to keep an eye on and one that's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Friday, big matchups early in the morning, too. So, a lot of fun. Memphis volleyball is back. They spike into action. Let's go over to women's tennis, as the women's tennis announced that they released their 2025 schedule. As Hayden Perez announced the schedule starting in September, the Tigers will kick off things with the Memphis Invitational, which will be September 12th through 14th at the Leftwich Tennis Center. Entrance into the event is free. The team will also follow up the following week in Cary, North Carolina for the ITA All-American Championships, which will take place between September 20th through September 28th. Tigers will also make trips to Birmingham, Alabama, Norman, and Tulsa, Oklahoma in October as they round out the month at the American Conference Fall Championships, which is October 23rd through 26th. The Tigers wrap up the fall at the Florida Gulf Coast University Hidden Dual Invite, the ITA Sectionals, and then the NCAA Singles and Doubles Championships, which will take place in November in Orlando, Florida. They head over to Tulsa October 23rd through 26th for the Fall Championships. And then the Norman event that I mentioned was the ITA Central Regions Championship. That Memphis women's teams, tennis, both men's and women's, very talented. Going to be a lot of fun to watch those teams this year. All right, let's jump over to the men's side of things, as men's soccer is set for senior night against Mercer. We talked about it. It's a doubleheader tomorrow night. Tigers are 0-1-1 as they prepare for a Thursday night match against the Mercer Bears on what will be senior night. Tigers are set to kick off at 5 p.m. It will be on ESPN Plus. Senior Day recognition taking place before the match. Tigers are searching for their first win of the season. Most recently, Tigers suffered a loss, as I talked about, against Belmont, conceding 2 goals while failing to find one to hit the back of the net. Tough game, really back and forth, but Belmont got the 2 goals early, and Tigers just could never make a comeback. Philippe Sabati, the reigning goalkeeper of the year, has been challenged in the first 2 contests of his senior campaign, as he's recorded 8 saves on 11 shots faced and holding a 1.50 goals against average and carrying a .727 save percentage. Memphis has shown more aggression in the early stages of the season, leading to 24 fouls committed compared to last year's 17 in the same number of matches. Tigers have also only been issued 4 yellow cards compared to 6 through the first 2 matches of the 2024 season. So when you look at this Memphis program and you look at how they played last year, they're looking for a win, right? Memphis enters the match winless. Mercer has 1 win. They secured a win and a draw in its opening contest of the game. They played Evansville to a 1-1 draw last Sunday. 5 different goal scorers through 2 matches. This Mercer offense is led by midfielder Junior Casillas. The former Omaha standout has begun his graduate season with 1 goal and 3 assists. The attack is supplemented by Liam Core and Tommy Red, who have each scored a goal and an assist through the first 2 matches. They've only conceded 1 goal all season. They've got a strong back line, who includes Tommy Red. But, man, 3 outfielders log full 90 minutes playing against Evansville. Plus, they got a goalkeeper Henry Hampshaw, crucial in the upcoming matchup that he plays well. Through the opening weekend, he only faced 15 shots, 10 of them coming against Evansville. The Tiger offense is averaging 12 shots a game, so it's going to be a strong test for this Mercer sophomore goalkeeper. That's something to keep an eye on. The Tigers are shooting a lot of goals. So you look at the women the same way. They're shooting a lot of goals. They're shooting a lot of shots. They're out shooting a lot of their opponents a lot, especially on the women's side. But 2024, this is going to be a lot of fun. Memphis and Mercer have met only 5 times in their shared program histories. In his tenure, Richard Mulrooney, the Memphis coach, has never secured a win over the Bears, following in 2019 and 2024. This will be the first time Mulrooney has faced the Bears in Memphis, with the only home match taking place in 2013, a year prior to him taking over as Tigers head coach. In 2024, Mercer secured a 2-0 win over the Tigers with goals from Carlos Santamaria and Sekou Igard. Neither athletes are on the roster this year, but Igard is on the sideline as a assistant coach. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk Tiger football as we get into the season opener. We're not dive all the way into it, but we'll give you some keys to success, and we'll do a little promotion, and then we'll also do some other things as well. But keep on watching. We'll be right back, right here on the Tigers Den, presented to you by 4-Star Sports Media. What's going on, folks? Westbrook, you're back right here at the Tigers Den. A couple of promotions. So we are going to do a pregame show on Saturday. It'll air right before they kick off. And as well as, I want you to head over to 4star.live. There's an article out now from Madison Pinckey. She breaks down the Memphis defense. And it's a defense that, yes, I understand in week 1, Memphis is taking on Chattanooga. If you go to our social media, we had a back and forth with a few people last night or the other night on the schedule, okay? Here's the thing. Memphis can't control that they have to go play at Georgia State. That's a makeup game from 2020. It's out of control. On a typical season, you're not going to see Memphis play back-to-back Georgia State and Troy, especially on the road. So for all these people that want to complain about the schedule, I mean, we got text line open up. We got a message over on the text line too. But when you look at this Memphis defense specifically, and I'm not going to ruin her article. You can head to her article now and read it. It's incredible. It's a deep dive, breaks down the Memphis defense beautifully, all three levels. I'm not saying that Chattanooga is just going to challenge, Memphis. You look at Chattanooga from a statistical standpoint last year, they averaged 25 points a game, roughly 127 and a half yards on the ground, 218 through the air, total offense of 346 per game. They average a time of possession of 30 minutes and 49 seconds. Third down conversions, they were 37%, 69 of 166, and they were 50% on fourth down, 6 of 12. Red zone scoring, they scored on 81% of their trips to the red zone as well. You look at the Memphis Tigers, points per game, Tigers averaged 35.7 points a game. Rushing yards, 174 per game. Passing through the air, 270 and a half. Total offense per game for Memphis Tigers last year, 444 yards and a half per game. Time of possession, TOP, 33 minutes and 14 seconds. Penalties, 69 penalties for 624 yards. The Tigers were 45% on third down, 82 of 179. And the Tigers were 12 of 23 or 52% on fourth down. In the red zone, Tigers were really, really good. 88%, 54 of 61 last season. When you hear people complain about Silverfield, look, that's only the fifth 10-win season in program history. Two of those have come from Ryan Silverfield. One came from Justin Fuente. Two came from Mike Norvell. Two have now come from Ryan Silverfield. He agreed to a new 5-year contract through the 2028 season in April that will pay him an average of $2.45 million annually. When you look at this Chattanooga Mocs, and we're going to get deeper into them on Saturday, but coming off a 7-5 year last year, 5-3 in Southern Conference play, the Mocs will start their fifth different quarterback in the season opener under Rusty Wright. The Mocs bring in former Bowling Green play caller Camden Orth, who we've talked about here at 4-Star Sports Media, but he threw for over a little more than 2,700 yards last year and 19 touchdowns. Has thrown for more than 2,700 yards and 19 scores in his career. Mocs coming into the 2025 season losing 18 starters from a year prior. 14 of those went to FBS programs. I'll say that again. 14 players from this Chattanooga team went to FBS programs. So when you hear other people talking about, we don't know anything about them, this team's soft, they're terrible, the team is producing talent. Rusty Wright does understand how to not only develop talent, but he has an eye for it if you're losing 14 players to the FBS level. But most notable returners are B.J. Ragland, offensive lineman, first-team preseason All-SoCon honoree. Tyler Ragland, and also started in 12 games for the Mocs at left guard in 2024. Following a 24-17 win over Austin Peay, gave the Mocs their 7th win of the season as they just missed the playoffs last season. You look at the Tigers' 3 keys to success, and there'll be an article coming out about this very soon. But this is going to be a season of change for this program. And it's something that I think the program has embraced, but I think the fans are going to have to embrace it too. When you look at the quarterback position for Memphis, that's a position that over the last 15 years has been, honestly, Tiger fans have been spoiled. Between Paxton Lynch, Riley Ferguson, the list goes on and on and on. They've been spoiled. Now you got Brandon Lewis. It's going to be a little different. You're going to see different things from Brandon. Brandon's going to be able to bring a little bit of a mobility to the quarterback position for the Tigers. If I was Memphis on the first play, I'd roll him out. See what he can do with his feet. See what he can do. See what the defense, how they react. But Key number one is embrace the change. The stadium is changing. There's new changes in NIL. There's new changes in rev share. So key to success for number one, and this is not just for Memphis football for the team, but also for the fan base, embrace the change. It's a change at quarterback. It's a big change at quarterback. How will they do? Number two is defend home field. When you look at the Memphis Tigers, they're really, really, really good at home. You've got to continue to be good at home. Talking about defense, we talked about Madison's article. Head over there and read it now. It's going to give you a lot more in-depth information on just not only who is on this defense, but how good they are. And then key number three is get everyone involved. When you look at Memphis, this is week one. It's Chattanooga. It's a tune-up game, if we're being completely honest. I'd like to see everyone get involved. Let's get possibly even A.J. Hill on the field to get some playing time. But let's see Aiden. Let's see numerous players. I want to see numerous players on the field getting reps. I understand you've only got 4 games for the medical redshirt. I get all that. But let's get everyone involved, because just because we don't need them week 1, it doesn't mean we won't need them week 12. But when you look at the depth chart, I mean, it really didn't. Nothing really jumped out at me. I mean, there's some guys that are being held out due to some little nagging little injuries, things like that. It didn't shock me. I mean, I kind of saw that coming. I was expecting a lot more oars than we got, really and truly. Was expecting more oars. But when you look at this Memphis team, obviously, I mean, the expectation is a win, obviously, against Chattanooga. Chattanooga's getting paid. I get it. But you're 21-5 over the last 2 seasons. It also includes wins over P4 opponents in the last 2 bowl games. There's a different feeling in the air around this program. Chattanooga's in the midst of a 9-game losing streak to the Tigers. First time they've met since 2016, by the way. This Memphis team is going to have to remain focused. Get the win. Get some other guys in. Get some rest for your starters. Get ready for what is historically known as a difficult place to play in Troy, Alabama. You've also got Georgia State, another place that has historically not been the easiest to play. But when you look around campus, numerous things taking place, numerous things happening. It's a campus that never sleeps. But you got college football right around the corner. You got college basketball right around the corner, as well as the Memphis men's and women's team will both be tipping off soon. We'll keep you updated on that too. But campus coverage right here tonight for Tigers Den on 4-Star Sports Media Network. Appreciate everyone watching and listening over on our socials as well. Appreciate the messages on our text line. It's a brand new thing we're doing here, just to try to engage a little bit with the fan base. But a couple of promotions, like I said, Saturday. Stay tuned. We'll have more as we preview Chattanooga. We dive deep into Chattanooga. I know we've given you probably more information than most others have, but we're going to dive into it even more on Saturday. But for all of us here at 4-Star Sports Media, we appreciate everyone watching and listening. And as always, folks, go Tigers.